now tuned in to episode 75 of the Dip. I go by the name of Ski, aka Filipino Grigio, aka Mr. Cozywear, aka Quentin Taranskino. Here with both of my co-hosts and 2/3 of the podcast. I got my man Sport playing all fields and all courts, aka Hefe Horn. Chapo with the cheeks down at the behind, Chaplin at the back end. Also got my man Hev Hefner, aka Canary Hev, aka Humbly Hev, aka Mr. Hev, aka the 42-year-old phenom, Hev Lee, Heavy Robinson, Alki Balboa. You know how we feeling today. We smell good, we look good.
2 weeks in a row.
I see Hev with the Merlot. Okay, boy. Out here looking like a bottle of Josh, like a bad bitch. Okay.
A bottle of Josh.
Yo,
I see you looking like a bottle of Stella Rose.
yo, you out of pocket. Yeah.
I see you.
Definitely copping the
No, but
Josh
listen,
wine.
75 is we getting up there, man.
Yeah.
We still pushing these out, man. We be at 100 before you know it.
We gotta do something special for
I was
him.
about to say we gotta do something big for 100.
Yeah. We gotta see how y'all really fuck with us. Yeah. We need to do something to shout out to all the men though, because you know a lot of people reach out to us and be like, yo, what's going on? Or y'all back and how things going, and appreciate the pod. We get a lot of love.
Yeah, they was missing you too, Ski, man. I was here. Yo, what's going on with Ski, man?
He's like, what happened to him?
My man's recovered, man. He's back.
Yeah.
Y'all can stop asking.
They
me,
thought
man.
it was a riff though. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I ain't do nothing. What the fuck you do?
It was everybody else.
What you do?
It was everybody the fuck else.
Everybody say, yo, what they beefing? No, we ain't beefing, man.
What y'all?
Man,
What you
fucked
do?
up.
I ain't do shit. Like,
Hurt. Fuck this leg up, man. Ain't back. This nigga thought he still had it. He ain't have it.
Slipping like a Looney Tune on that motherfucker. Anyway, how we feeling, fellas? What's on the agenda today?
getting busy.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a lot of bit of that, a little bit of this.
Who going first?
No, real quick. Y'all like being the big spoon or the little spoon?
Either way, I ain't gonna lie.
You talking about cuddling?
Yes.
Depends on if you put it on me. If you put it on me, you could big spoon.
Sometimes I be wanting to be little spoon.
I sometimes, all the time.
be
I
wanting
like
to be
being the little spoon.
I ain't gonna
Nah.
Little spoon is top tier.
You know, I become the little spoon because I don't want to cuddle, so I give you my back, and then you just create your.
That and I don't like breathing. I feel like my breathing is constricted in the back of your head, and then like you got all this hair. Well, you know, most of the time you got all this hair like.
Or even the under the arm, under the
That
pillow
shit
type
get-
thing. Yeah.
See, I be face to face like this and shit, and that shit be.
No, if I
I can't do that.
if I cook you
turn
like I'm
around.
supposed to, I don't want it. Don't even touch me. Don't even look at me. You disgust me.
Get off of me. Get off of me.
I seen you at your lowest.
Yeah. You did some nasty things.
Nasty bitch.
But usually that's how it go. Like I ain't the cuddle on board. So once I turn around,
I can
then they
cuddle,
try
but
to.
only for a little bit.
But when they try to cuddle on me, I become the little spoon. But that wasn't my intentions.
Little spoon feel good, man. Fellas out there, if you on little spoon
A little spoon.
a little bit, man. It ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
What's on tap? What we got?
What we talking about? Have you look it up? Have you start?
What we talking about?
Oh, Eric Adams.
There you go. I was coming.
Oh yeah, Eric Adams, the mayor in New York. So the mayor in New York filed a big lawsuit against all the top social media networks: TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Meta. They still call it Facebook, or is this Meta?
I think Meta's the umbrella.
Okay. So yeah, filing conjunction to sue for the cause and effect for children's mental health, and he stated that they spend over $100 million a year in New York just taking care of children mental health based on the effects of social media platforms, and he's looking to recoup some of those some of that money back. What y'all think about that? How y'all feel?
I think it's a good idea, man. Get them kids off of social media and back outside.
Well, it's not to get them off social media. It's to recoup the money that they have to spend.
Oh, that's what it's for?
Yeah. So it's like a civil suit.
I mean, but I think it would lead to them like
To the
a little bit of restrictions to it, and I mean they tell you though, like what's the sign up age for 18, 16 or 17.
Because a lot of, I mean, that's loopholes. So.
Yeah, just like the porn website thinks it must be 18 for you.
Are you 18?
Yes. Yes.
Well, alcohol website said, let me just do the math of the year I need to be born.
Exactly. Like, no, I thought it was to like get the kids back out. I didn't know it was to get the money back because
I mean, if that's the true intention.
I mean, we do have the I think we just starting to see. Like, I think you can look back now and got a real true case study of how it has affected kids. Like, even as far as they say our pinkies curving because we hold our cell phones and stuff like that.
Really?
And they said the amount of technology we have in our phones is greater than the amount of technology that was on a computer in the 90s.
I can believe that.
They even said after a certain amount of time, the human race is gonna be hunchback from looking down at your phone all the time. Yeah.
I don't want to be hunchback. That's for sure.
Well, I'm you know how how we have the opposable thumbs.
Yeah.
They say predating back to the primates and stuff like that. The later generations, everybody our future grandchildren, great grandchildren, they're gonna be hunchback.
Okay, I get.
But the thing is though, the phone is, we're slowly evolving to the point where the phone won't be the phone no more.
Yeah, especially with $3,000 Apple glasses that can,
which they said are not great. The reviews coming back on them is people said it's a waste of money.
I mean, they said about all first Apple products.
No, but from what I heard, the Meta Oculus was a better investment than with this first stage, like you said, first stage of Apple products. Yeah.
Would y'all spend the grip on them?
What, the 3,000? Would I buy them? Yes. Would I spend 3,000? No.
You would wait.
Nah.
There's no waiting. They're not gonna come down. I'm just not gonna get them. But I would, if they were cheaper, then yeah, of course.
I think I think it's something to have, but I couldn't spend nothing on my face all day like that. When you talk about the Meta and the Oculus and stuff like that, it serves a purpose. Are you playing a game or you watching a movie? Mm-hmm. But to have something which I think the Apple thing is a constant thing where it's just you just live in a life with it on your face. Right. I couldn't spend
because you got everything.
I couldn't spend the amount of time I spend on my phone with something on my face like that.
Right. The idea of it is incredible though.
Yeah, it is.
The especially I'm somebody who likes to cook, so to have the recipes or the video of the whatever you're trying to cook in front or on the stove as you're doing it, I think that's incredible. Yeah. And then
same
you have
thing with the
one wall with text messages and another wall with sports, and you can have your man cave right in front of you without actually you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you wouldn't even need a TV.
But they gotta find a way. I guess with technology, it'll get smaller. Right now, it's plugged up to your phone, it's a cord to it.
Would that cut off social interaction? You think?
The phone has cut off social interaction.
Yeah, I think it will. I think it's. I mean,
we kind of touched on that with the previous episode, the episode before we talked about approaching women and how dating apps, how you know what I mean, the accessibility of people. That goes hand in hand with just introducing yourself to people. As a friend,
right?
You know what I mean? I've met people through social media that they turned out to be cool, but it's just you know what I mean. So, yeah, I think we've already kind of especially with kids now. Kids meet people off of streaming, and
I'm just thinking in the aspect of the nerd ass nigga that just be on that all day, don't go outside no more. And
but we're in the generation of these kids are all quote unquote nerds. That's what they do. Right. Go touch some grass. That's what they be saying. That's what they say.
That's wild.
Even the kids that go outside is structured outside. Like some people would be like, oh, my kids play sports. They don't just play on the games. But if it's all structured under the whistle and youth sports, that's not having fun. Having fun is going on the court, busting on your friends and doing shit like that.
Cam just hand the other day playing basketball outside, cold as shit. He's like, Dad, I went to grab the ball, but it was cold as shit. That shit hit me in my joint.
I remember playing in the rain because it was
I played in the snow.
Yeah.
I had gloves on my hand with a hoodie and trying to bounce the ball in the snow.
In the snow, bro.
It's also though that you know, technology make life easier, but it also make you a softer person. Like even what Ski was saying, like now you don't have to pull out the cookbook no more. You can have it up in the air or in front of your face and stuff like that. Like that's accessible and it help you. But it's a downside to everything. Yeah, everything has a plus and a negative. I mean, but we in the
I'm cool.
era.
I ain't spending that money on it. It do look fly though. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, we the same people that said we wasn't buying AirPods. We thought that was stupid. You gonna lose them.
Nah, I still think they're stupid. I don't have a pair of AirPods.
You don't?
Nah, I think they're stupid.
You don't have. You still got a wireless?
I have a wireless. I have like a pair of Dre Beats that I.
Well, that's
I don't
what I'm
use
saying.
it for
But
the
it's
gym.
still like that's what I use that too. Like I use Dre's. I like them better because they clip on your ear.
Yeah.
But I think we all just like thought like, oh, that was stupid to have something so wireless and something small that you can
I ain't
lose.
never getting them dumbass.
Yeah, and now we
Can't
got
live
them.
without them.
Yeah,
Love them. Wow. I lost mine right now though.
but the ability to hang up, yeah.
Point proven.
I lose mine every month though. Like, I don't know where the fuck they at.
But I look crazy. Like you ever just wear one of your beat headphones? They make sense though. Like in the house, I wear mine in the house because I don't like to have my phone at my ear.
No, I don't. Yeah, I don't wear them in the house.
I wear mine. I probably wear mine more in the house than I wear them out. Like because, like in the house, I rather have them there. And then if I'm cooking or if I'm doing anything, I can do everything I need to do without having my phone in my hand. Yeah. So like your phone is really like now it's to the point where you don't even want it in your hand unless you on an app.
I'm cool.
But I think like you said, back to the main topic, like these social platforms should be held accountable. Like they exploiting people. Regardless if you sign up for something, you still exploiting a person on your app. Like, can you sign up for something and still be exploited?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so like, you know, they still being exploited, and I think they have a little bit of responsibility to kick back some of the stuff. Like you putting garbage at the forefront to everybody.
You could sign up for something and not necessarily understand what's like you said. You know, I'm signing up for Facebook to reconnect with family and friends and everything else. Everything on my timeline is, you know, dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't sign up. Yeah, repost
this or you gonna die or like you know like or election stuff. Yeah, that's
or like Instagram. Like I signed up for Instagram to like, you know, post pictures and stuff like that. I didn't sign up for you to post. Oh, like this is my picture in high school. I bet most of y'all will skip like that trend, like that trend right there.
Shots.
Yeah, I didn't sign up. I didn't sign up for that. Or
anything to tell me that.
Hi, I'm a podcaster, or I'm a
that of course shit.
Yeah,
of course I'm a.
I hate that, bro, with a fucking passion, bro. To the point where it was like, yo, I was like, yo, if they talking about they want to do like a skit with that shit, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
So if we did one right, because they did, I didn't see a dad one. Of course I'm a. What would you say?
Of course I'm not going to do this because I hate this fucking trend. That's what I would say.
I saw them get out of hand. Like I saw, of course, like I'm a black liberal or something like that. Like conservative.
Just get real specific with this shit, like out of nowhere.
Of course I'm a simp. Like of course I'm a simp. I saw one when it was fucking. It was like paraplegics or something like that, or like. It was like, of course, I'm the wife of a paraplegic, and I always got to make sure his ride on time or something. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yo, y'all not getting me.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, where's the gauge to like where it's like too much?
Don't, bro. Like, I need that trend to die out.
I think go ahead.
The money long trend to die out.
What's the money long? Oh, the
nobody knows twin shit.
The biggest thing I think that affect me from like social media that I wish I didn't see is like I never was the type of person like remember back in the day you had to go on a certain website to see like Al Qaeda like cutting somebody's head off or something like that. Yeah. Like I never was the type of person who liked seeing that shit. Yeah. And now that stuff is sent to you and you don't have no choice to see it. Like even like in the group chat, people will send you some stuff with somebody getting their head blown off and all that. I'm like, I never want to see that stuff.
So we had a disclaimer, like, yo, give us a warning.
Like, yo, give somebody a warning if they want to see it before you send that. But a lot of that stuff now, you have no choice but to see. When before it wasn't like that. Like, it's really no threshold to like a lot of things, and I think that's where like social media should be held accountable for, or persuading people in like stuff like politics or like gender. like and all that. Like all that stuff is revealing and swaying to people, especially when you're talking about the youth.
Right.
Yeah.
Like how I know if I don't repost this, I'm gonna go to hell. Like I know that's not true. Like, so I can see something.
And you're somebody who's fully capable of deciphering what's true and what's not, and processing certain things. Like kids have trouble processing that shit.
Yeah.
Kids absorb everything.
Yep.
So it's like,
just imagine taking all your pictures with filters on you and how you really view yourself.
right.
Like imagine if every picture you ever took, you had like some type of pixie filter on it and all that. Like when you look at yourself in the mirror, you gotta feel like, what the fuck? Now imagine now times that by being 15 years old or something like that. So like,
I ain't even think about it.
yeah, like a lot of that stuff is we wasn't really accessible to it because we were so older and we get to deal with social media in a space where we have a lot more common sense than some people have. So I would hate to be young in this time. Like it was hard enough growing up when we was like, do you think you this or you think you that or you cool enough? Like
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, another thing is like bullying, like the cyberbullying and stuff like that. Like the stuff that kids have to go through now is like, I couldn't fathom it. Yeah. Like at least like with the bullying, like back in the day, like you bust on somebody, it stays at school.
Right.
Now, like you can't escape it.
But you was able to be different people though. You could be like, I didn't go to school with none of my homies, so like you was a person at school, you was a person at home, you was a person to your family. Now with social media, all that stuff tying together. So if you a clown on. If they clowning you, they clowning you on every.
Shit, in high school, I sold drugs and went to church on Sunday.
Yeah, like so it's just crazy. Like you used to could be the man at school and be a fucking clown.
Somebody else.
Like
that shit how it is at the job.
Yeah, exactly.
Them niggas ain't really them people. I know who you is for real.
Yeah. Tell them how.
My fault.
Point them out. What's
I'm
their
just
name?
saying, we know. It's like that. That was next.
What's so all right, let's shift a little bit. What's a like a red flag word that women use? Like once you hear it, it's like
Toxic.
Well, all right, to describe themselves. Toxic. Okay.
I know what you were saying.
Okay.
Even I'm a lot to deal with. Like I hate when somebody consider themselves like a handful. Like don't tell me you a handful.
Yeah. I need a real man to handle me.
Yeah. I need a real man to handle me or something like that. Sometimes you don't even be a handful, but people want to give off the impression that they are. Like you can be a lot and be worthy and not be a handful. Like why does they don't have to equate to the same thing? Like you don't have to be a handful to be somebody that's valued. Like, but some reason people consider like, oh, I'm a handful. I'm not easy to deal with. Not everybody can deal with me. Why shouldn't everybody be able to deal with you? Like,
what makes you that?
What make you that?
Why do you feel like that's like an accomplishment?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why you align that with being valued is like being a headache. Like the fuck, I need a real man to handle me.
Like yeah. Like you somebody, like I'm somebody special.
Like only a elite few can deal with you. That's not a compliment. That is not a compliment. That only a small percentage of people can deal with you.
Only the top 2% of the world can deal with me.
Yeah.
I don't even want to take on that task.
I'm not even that. I know I'm not that. I know I'm not a 2%er. Like
shit sounds too hard for me, baby. I don't know. I'm cool.
That sound like arithmetic.
And then treat you as if. Like
you a beta.
If you not even that, just definitely that. But I'm just saying though, like now if she do deal with you, you should feel special. That means you in the elite category. Like I must be top 5. I must be 5%. Like come on. But that's definitely what would you say yours is though?
Mine's is independent.
You don't like a girl.
I don't like because only women can describe themselves as independent. Men like independence is a regular adult characteristic. You're telling me you're an adult. Like man, a man can't go around saying, "Oh, I'm an independent man." Like yes, you're supposed to be an independent man. Yeah. Why do you feel like independence is this like badge of honor?
I guess because the notion is women aren't.
Women supposed to get provided for.
But like a lot of women are independent, but you still need me to build your furniture for you. Like I still got to sit there and put your vanity mirror up. Like so how independent actually? Like you pay your own bills. Yeah, amazing.
That's what they mean, probably.
Amazing. Wow.
Because if I wasn't here, you had to pay for it.
Wow.
That's called being.
So
an
you know how to
adult.
function as an adult.
You're an adult.
Congratulations.
Right the fucking.
So yeah, independence is mine.
Toxic
yeah,
independent. You said
A handful.
A handful. Yeah.
yeah, handful.
Don't tell me you a lie.
Yeah, that's a lot. I'm backing out.
Yeah.
Most of that.
I get that too. Like, well, what would you say? Like red flags. You say any words that you avoid?
Me?
Yeah. I just learned that I avoid telling people how busy I am because that scare people. So my original conversation point when I talk to people, I'll be like, yeah, you know, I got a lot going on. Like before, like I never shy away from like saying I got kids because that's a reality.
Yeah.
But I hate to tell a person that or give off the impression that I don't have no time for them. So I kind of avoid saying that, like, because I always thought that, you know, you want somebody that's doing something,
Right.
but not to the point where they
too
feel like
busy.
they too busy for you.
And you ain't
So
never
I
got no
avoid
time,
telling
yeah.
people. So even in my conversations with people, like I'll shy away from saying how busy I am that day. I might be like, oh, I'm all right, you know, running some errands, but I might be been up all fucking day.
Isn't that funny though? Men have to downplay like how busy they are. Like you have to be busy enough, right?
Yeah.
But not too busy.
But not too busy.
But women, like, they can say that like they're busy as shit, right? And they might be upping how busy they actually are. But because men thrive into the hunter gatherer, the catch, you know, mindset, or they think that you're into the catch mindset that, you know, there's just the dynamic, the paradigm of like, you know, men can't be too busy, but busy enough, but women can be, you know, completely busy, but they made time for you. You're that special that they made time for you.
Their time precious.
Yeah.
Versus we view that like we don't have enough.
Yeah, motherfuckers is, leave you quick. You talking about you too busy.
Yeah, so I don't tell people
Not
I'm
leave
as
you,
busy
but
as
stop.
like I learned
Cut
my
you
lesson from telling a person that I was that busy, and he's like,
Do you think it's a difference between if a father says he's too busy between if a father says he's too busy, is there a difference between that and somebody who doesn't have kids saying they're too busy?
I think it depends on the person because there's women out there that you too busy because you got these kids and like that's a turn off to them too, like to some women. And then on the other hand, you busy because you doing too much. Like so, when you gonna have time for me? Same thing with kids too. Like so, it's like a when you gonna have time for me type of thing. Like you always got your kids when you gonna have time for me. So women out there that's like that.
I like to be like I want to tell you that I'm busy with my kids because how you feel about that tells me a lot about you. Yeah.
So I'm about to say it's a lot of women that like that too. Like
Yeah.
he always got his kid. That's an admirable trait.
Yeah. You don't have to like it, but you have to understand it.
Or
Yeah.
at least understand it.
Like I don't want you to be like I understand where it's like a healthy balance of like me being with my kids and me finding time to be with you or whatever like that. But you don't have to be like you with them damn
always
kids
with them,
again because I'm always be a father. Like you know,
Like Shane never got them.
Yeah, like I never. Yeah. I never want to feel like that. Like what's okay for you now won't be okay for you later. When ultimately I'm gonna always be a father.
But that's the thing. So you know they say you put on a face in like the first couple of months. So they could be showing you like, oh, that's cool.
That's
this
what I'm
and the
saying.
third, and then
Yeah.
later on it'd be a whole flip, like a whole 180.
Well, we had that conversation too. It's just about like, do you want to like see the bad in a person first? Like, do you want to like provoke that side of them so you can see if it's worth dealing with?
Worth dealing with.
Yeah. So I do like I'm with my kids as much, not as much, but it's the same amount as I'm always.
That
with
you're
my
always gonna
kids.
be with them.
Yeah. What I'm always gonna be them. So I need to know. Is
Can you
that
deal with
okay
that?
with you? Is it really okay with
Like
you?
this
Or
time
is
is
it okay
never.
with,
It's not going to alleviate anytime
Yeah.
It's not
soon.
going to
Yeah.
change.
So yeah,
But the thing is it okay with you because we're talking, or is it okay with you because it's always going to be okay with you? Like I don't need that 2 months from now it's not okay with you no more. But it was when we was first met each other.
like don't let it be a characteristic that you admire just because
It's
it's
a
the first
facade,
3
like-
months. You know what I mean? And then, but when you
Exactly.
actually have to, quote unquote, deal with it, then now it's a problem.
And you all the way in it is a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing about like dating and just talking to people is like seeing how people really feel and what they like. Even what I just said a second ago, like I try to hide how busy I am. I give off a facade. I'm not as busy as I really am because you don't want to scare people away. But ultimately, they gonna know that I'm busy as shit. Like, but you gotta make a person feel like it's worth it. But what would y'all red flags be, like things y'all try to not like?
I think I was thinking about this the other day. I think if I was single again, I don't think I would mention that I was married before.
Yeah.
For like a while into the situation.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't like. I think that should be turning motherfuckers off too. Like,
That scare people.
yeah, like yo, what happened? Like you
maybe not right away, but it's still a piece of history. Like you can't like really.
Yeah,
like,
but I would wait like later on down the line. Like, yeah, I was married before.
What the fuck you gonna wait for them to say, let's get married?
Yeah, like right.
Did that already?
Listen, we about to go to this court, but let me tell you something real quick. Like,
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
They might have me on file already.
Linda.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you.
They might have me on file already. I don't know. It's just something about saying that just be like turning motherfuckers off to me.
What would you say?
Tired.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, I don't like saying I'm tired because I don't want anybody thinking I don't have the energy for them. But it kind of goes into the busy thing too.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I don't like saying I'm tired.
Because I say that shit a lot.
Yeah, and I just don't like saying I'm tired.
I use that as like a reflector, like to not deal with people.
Yeah.
Like tired and like busy.
Tired as shit.
Like I'll tell people I'm busy, like just because I don't want to be bothered. Like so, like especially family, I'm busy. Like it's easy to say I'm busy than I'm not coming.
Yeah.
My man hit me the other day. I told this motherfucker I was at a business meeting.
I got me with the pie. That's my
I
shit.
got a business meeting, yo. It's on Zoom. I can't even answer your call. I'm gonna call you later. Like
I'll be quick to hit down. I'm gonna call you right back.
Yeah.
You're like, let me call you right back. This fucking meeting.
oh, I was asleep. I hit him on. I was tired, man. I was knocked out. That's a good one. I'm gonna stop doing that too.
But do you feel like social media and stuff like has like took away your need for like social interaction? Like I don't like to talk on a person on phone, but I'll hop right and post something on Instagram and I feel bad. Like damn, I ain't even call that motherfucker back.
Yeah.
I ain't call nobody back, but I'm on.
That actually just happened.
yeah.
That actually just happened. Like literally, like before we hopped on the pod. Because they I posted something on social media, and I realized that the person that responded to the story that I posted had texted me like an hour before, and I responded to the message and not the text. Yeah. So then, like, it reminded me. It wasn't purposeful. It was just I just got wrapped up in other shit. But it reminded me, like, damn, I should have responded to that text. So now I feel bad.
But I'll be at a different pace though. Like if I'm on, like I don't even like when you meet a person and y'all be vibing like on Instagram and all that. I don't like to take the conversation to like a text thread. Like before, I used to be like hung up on like having somebody's number and all that.
No, it's the same thing.
I don't really care now because we might have our conversation might be better on IG sharing reels and stuff like that.
Because you could do. I mean, I guess you could. I mean, yeah, I guess so.
I think I like the voice messages on IG better than I like them on on your regular text thread. Like I like sharing reels that we share reels or
I can see the real thing.
Yeah. I just feel like it's way more fluid, and I'm on there. So like when she send me something, I'm still on there.
And
like I could be
IG
in the
has
group
Vanish
chat.
mode.
Yeah.
Let's just be real. IG has Vanish mode. That's what you like. That's what you like about it.
Yeah, that could be it. So.
The crazy part is I do it to motherfuckers, but it pissed me off to see somebody do it to me. Like if I text you and you don't answer me, but I see you in like a group chat or something like that, talking to shit like that shit.
But that's what I'm saying though. But like I can be in the group chat, and I could be in a thread.
We've
like,
done it with each other.
We
though.
do it with each other. Like, it'd be like yo.
But sometimes I literally just don't know the answer to something at the moment.
And
so
I do it. I do it too. But to get it done to me is like,
But I just think that like when you flowing on your Instagram and it's like you and your DM and you got this message, that message, and you going through that, like to change the pace and jump to like your text thread. And
I had 2 different messages with the same person at one point in time.
Yeah,
like, DM and text message. We talking about 2 different things.
Yeah,
that was weird. Like when I sit back.
Well, I literally just said that. Like I said it to her. I was like, "Yo, like why did you DM me this? We were talking in a text message." She was like, "Well, it just happened to present itself at the moment." But I was just like, "We could have just."
And also though, on your DM though, you pop up. Like you might post something on your story that pops up back again to remind me to text you back, or like remind you like, "Oh, all right, we was talking."
Also, I think it's psychologically, I think it's a comfort of, we don't have face-to-face conversations, so seeing a picture of somebody and knowing who you're speaking to as opposed to like your text message and you don't see the face of somebody, I think psychologically it's like a comfort there too, that I'm seeing your face and I know who I'm talking to in this moment.
Do y'all FaceTime a lot?
Nah, I'm not a big FaceTime person.
No, I don't even like when people do that shit to me. Like some people only do that. I feel like FaceTime is tracking. Like, don't FaceTime me. You just want to know where the fuck I'm at.
Yeah.
I don't do. My son does it. That's all he do is FaceTime.
Let's see the background.
And then I don't like the whole like the read receipts and all that and then say me and you doing like even our text thread, it just say a bunch of have audio sent like that. Versus on what's the name? I don't have to save the audio; it just stays in there on IG. Like I don't have to make sure I save it. I don't like when people do that. If I say something to somebody in the text thread and they say have saved it, like I told Have that I said, "Damn, what the fuck?
Why you saving it?
I said, "What you the feds?" Like
I don't know how to not do it. Like, I don't do it on purpose.
All right.
I hate when people say my audio. Like I'd be like, "What the fuck? You the feds?"
I don't.
Especially
do it
if
on
I say
purpose.
something spicy. Let me say something spicy.
I don't like. I don't. This is crazy. I like it and I don't like it. I don't like when other people when they have their web receipts on, because then I know you've read it and you've ignored it.
Ignored me.
Or you've just looked at the preview of it in the text message, and so like you just left it there the whole time.
Yeah. And then the add on that, like for you to say, "Oh, I never seen it," like bitch, it say read. Like stop playing with me, real. That should have pissed me.
Or you confirm the
even
message
seen.
and
I don't like seen in my fucking DMs. If I say seen,
and then you ain't respond.
I ain't seen that back. At least laugh.
Yeah, like that be this shit.
Or if you post, all right, I'm getting crazy now. Or if you post a story and I just sent you a message,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Or the next day or something like that. Like, all right, now I know that you're willingly avoiding my message now.
Like, yeah, that shit hurt.
That just happened. I found out she had a boyfriend. But go ahead.
But that's the thing with though, like,
so at certain times she can talk.
With the accessibility is that like now you don't have the capacity to say like, oh, I'm not really like you could text me something and I might not be in the mood to text that back, but I might be on Instagram having a good fucking time. But being though you see me, you just assume that I have the mental capacity for that conversation. Well, actually, I have fun time, but I don't have no time for that shit. Right. Like, but you know. But speaking of when you was talking about you getting married, and I had a question that was asked about forever, like you being married about forever. Is forever a real thing, and how people view that you like being like divorced and was married, how people view it as like a red flag, and like how is
Talking to Mike.
How is that view like is forever like being though you was married and divorced now, like, oh, are you failed at it? Like, why is it viewed that when you don't when forever is not forever, it's a failure? Why is that viewed that way?
At first, I think forever is obtainable, but you have to like work. Like you gotta put in the work to. That's even with like friendships, relationships, anything. Like I sat one day and I was like, damn, like I ain't talked to like my so-called best friend in like 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, is that still a friendship?
Yeah.
I feel like it ain't. Like, I feel like that friendship we thought we was gonna have forever, that shit faded.
Because y'all both didn't work at it.
That's what I'm saying. So it's obtainable,
Yeah.
but you gotta put the work in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you gotta every once in a while pop in and da-da-da-da. Like this the same guy ain't never like or post.
Maybe friend. Maybe the capacity with the friendship isn't the same, but that's still your friend at the end of the day.
We grow, but do you grow apart, and maybe that friendship just.
But we always talk about that too, like all that shit we say, like loyalty and all that is fickle. Where it's like just because you have a past with somebody don't mean that it still holds weight in the present. So if just because a person meant something to you then doesn't mean they mean the same after.
Oh yeah.
I get that. So like without work, can you really say it's still what it is?
Yeah, can you really say it's still a friendship? Like, and it, like that shit bothered me for a second because it was like, damn, like this supposed to be my guy forever. And the same thing with like when I was married, like for sure I thought this is gonna be
Yeah.
my shorty forever, and things happen.
Yeah.
Things happen. So yeah, I think forever is obtainable. Is it a failure when it doesn't happen? I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
How do you look at it?
My marriage was a failure. Like it was a failure. Like
But being though it failed doesn't mean it. See,
it's not necessarily a bad thing though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
Well, y'all still beef though, so I can't even say that.
We cool.
So all right, so if y'all cool and it didn't last forever, being though it failed doesn't mean it's.
That's what I'm saying.
Failure,
it's not necessarily
like,
a bad thing. We just realized we were better as friends than to be.
So then is that defined as a failure?
Yeah, I think that's what I was trying to think of. But
that's what I'm saying. It's not. It's a failure in the aspect of my marriage.
The aspect of the marriage was the failure, but in the long term effect of it, was it a failure? No,
no, because now we a friendship that probably would last forever.
Yeah. So forever. That's how I look at things. Like I think the constructs of things have changed, but what we define as forever is not what we always think about it. Like me and my kid's mom, like we won't be together forever, but we'll always be in each other's life forever. Right. But that doesn't mean like we failed at that aspect to it. Like you didn't achieve every goal, you didn't get every goal spar, didn't hit every checkpoint. But that don't mean like ultimately like things not where they supposed to be. Maybe we failed when we decided to be together and not just friends. Right. That's where the failure probably started at. Right. But the constructs of how society looked at things is like we failed because we didn't stay together for the rest of our life.
Right. I agree.
Mm-hmm. But I do agree with you. What you said, like forever requires work, and I think too many times we lie in our ego of saying like me, right? I haven't talked to Trig in like 6 months, like outside of like the constructs of like, oh, just IG and stuff like that. But when the last time I picked up the phone and just called them and like, yo, what's up with you? Like it's been a while, and
but that's
you kind of tell your stuff, yeah. But you kind of tell yourself like, oh, why he ain't call me? Or like you like when you really should reach out and just call a person. Because that require work.
That's how it be. Like, why I ain't reach out? Like, I could have reached out too. In a sense, like, I feel like you, not because you're off scheme, I feel like you still my guy, but the term best friend, is that still the real term when I ain't talked to you in years?
So to kind of piggyback on the point, I have a best friend that I've known since I was 2 years old, right? And recently, like, we talk probably once or twice a year on the phone. Busted up probably for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then like we just kind of go on our way. But like when we talk, like, you know, it's like old times. Like that's how we is. So when I was going through like the shit I was going through, I was kind of telling him about it. We just got on the topic of it, and it turned out he was kind of going through the same exact shit that I was going through, right? During the same time that I was going through it, and I'm, you know, how selfish of me to sit here and think like, you know, people in my life that I feel like should be in my life and should be like trying to figure out what's going on with me, like why they not calling me, and it turns out they going through the same exact shit that I'm going through, or they going through something a lot worse than what I'm going through. But I'm in the, you know, the eye of my tornado thinking that.
And that's how it be when you going through something. You thinking people supposed to check on you,
right?
You thinking
you
like,
the main character in your story,
like
so you should
like,
be the main character in their story too.
Exactly. Like,
but not even you gotta create. And I think with men, with our pride and our ego and stuff like that, all you can do is create safe space for other people. And I think sometimes we fall short of that. Like nobody's saying that when you reach out that is going to be a successful reach out, but you got to create the bridge. You got to reach out and build the foundation that when a person do want to cross, is not a void or a gap between each other. Yep. So I think that's what we fall short at. Like you like you said with your friend, like it's not a matter of that when y'all do talk, how great y'all talk or how great y'all needed each other. It's just a matter of like how
the relationship there before, like we know we can open up to each other, but it's just a bag. It's just a matter why did it if we do it or if we want to. So
why did it take that anomaly of like once in a blue moon we just happened, the perfect storm of us like talking to each other to realize we both going through shit when somebody should have been extended an olive branch just to create the space. Because I feel like a lot of men need people to talk to, but we don't know if we can talk to a person or if it's like cool for me to put down my guard.
But then like I'll be thinking too, like 5-10 6-10 years removed, I'm not even the same person. Like, do I even know you anymore? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you even know me anymore? I'm a whole different person than I was 5-6 years ago.
I mean, the only way you can even find that out is to reach out. Is to reach out, yeah. And if it's not that, it's not that. Like, at least the lingering of wondering what the relationship is will at least be done with.
And it's easier. It's easier to I didn't mean to cut you off. It's easier to hold a grudge than to figure out the solution. Like, it's easy to say.
I mean, not to say that you holding a grudge. It's probably not even a grudge.
Not even a grudge. It's just like
it's an unknowing like gap between y'all. It's like a fog that you don't know how to navigate. And when y'all see each other, say if y'all just run into each other out the blue, you're not gonna know how. It's gonna be an awkwardness between y'all. And then you're gonna be thinking about, well, why was the shit awkward when you could just be addressing what it is? Like, we ain't talked in a minute. Like, what's up? How you doing?
But that way also relieves you of the guilt feeling of not being the person who extended the branch. Like, if I say that, damn, I should have been there for them, it's easier for me to say he should have been there for me,
right?
To justify and alleviate myself of feeling the way I feel about it. No, he should have been there for me. I was going through shit when you really should have just extended the branch, like, regardless the way. But I think we do change. Like, it's just a matter of, like, if you think the person mean that much to you and ever meant that much to you, then you should, like, appreciate a person who they is.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I mean, you could change, but exactly. You could change, but he has to be accepting of who you are now.
Yeah, like he might be a whole different person.
Yeah.
And you might be a different person. You just got, like, it's some shit that I do that I knew, like, Trig, and me and Trig knew each other. Like, our moms was best friends. It's some shit that he probably do that I don't do. And I can't sit there and get on the phone with him and judge him for the shit he like to do. And he shouldn't do the same thing for me. Either you find an understanding or just appreciation of the person. But, you know, it does, like, forever takes work.
It takes
in
work.
all forms of facet. Like,
all forms of forever.
Yeah. Like, every time I talk to, like, my great homies, it's like, I didn't tell you. Like, our conversations always start.
I'm sorry, the great homies. Like, fuck is we? The good ones?
That is a wild word to use.
That was wild, great homies.
No, but I'm telling you, like, I talk to y'all more than I talk to them. And a lot of that is because and our conversations start a lot of times with, I didn't tell y'all this, or y'all don't even know what I'm going through, or I'm dealing with this. And even my conversation with them, I ain't even tell y'all. And it's always a matter of, like, us not really tapping in with each other.
That, or it's just, you know, who you're around at the time. That's all.
Yeah. So, like, I talk to y'all more than I talk to a lot of people because we got a common bond. Like, we got a common interest. That's no different than people who work together who talk more than they talk to somebody that don't work with each other no more, you know? So, and just the effort, like us with, like, the fantasy football shit and all that, like, all that take effort to make sure shit like that still happen and create those bonds and bridges. But I think we got a lot of constructs in forever where people just think that forever is supposed to be, like, stationary, and what people thought was, oh, you got a divorce, so forever didn't last. And I think that hinders, like, when you don't spend forever with a person and the goal was to spend forever, like, it hinders what the relationship was. Like, oh, we both failed. Like, oh, we spent a good amount of time with each other and it just didn't work.
Yeah. I think y'all should definitely have just reach out, have the conversation, because it's been 5 years. You never know what could happen in 5 years and what people are going through, and at least the awkwardness of it will just be done with. So
I'm gonna reach out one of these days, man.
Yeah.
I still show love when he do his little stuff he doing.
Yeah, you been supporting him?
No.
But not even that, though. It take a man to say that too. Like, I mean, hold somebody accountable. If that's your friend, hold people accountable. I tell my homies, like, yo, y'all ain't
shit. That nigga family now. He married to my cousin. Like,
yeah, but even that, like, I tell my homies, like, damn, you
go
don't.
From the Cubbies.
If I ask you for something, like if I ask them to repost something, like, I don't give a fuck if you post something when you want to. Like, all right, maybe you don't have to do that. But if I ask you to do something out of my kindness of my heart, then you better do it.
So I ain't asking. I just feel like it should be genuine. Like, anything he do, like he direct, like, videos and shit like that. So, and he in the same business as us, but he, like, the cameraman or whatever. So anything he do, I'm reposting it.
Yeah.
I expected the same shit.
Yeah.
So when I didn't get it, it was like, damn, like what's going on? Like, you're supposed to be my guy. And then add to the fact that we ain't talked since the wedding.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is what it is. And we got text too.
Oh yeah, let's do the text. Matter of fact, let's do the text.
You got the number? Have you remember the number? Somebody remember the number? 719 DIPP. I think.
DIPP.
But I went to check it this week to see, and we had a whole text. So the conversation went, and feel free to hit the text line up if you want to text or if you want to call. Some people don't like their voice, so they text instead. So the conversation is, and we gonna always keep it anonymous unless you want to be known. This person, I don't know him, so I got it. Yo, fellas, first thing first, I love the pod. Question. Thank you for loving the pod. Question: if your homie, wife, or whore, and
Where is this going?
if your homie, wife, or whore, and now they broke up, does she go back to being a whore, and is she fair game for the squad?
No. She's not fair game for the squad.
Elaborate.
If your homie, all right, let's put it like this. If your homie wife,
Well, we don't know what homie is. Homie is like
your guy.
Yeah, all right, your guy.
Your guy. It's your guy. If your guy wifed her, he loved her, and they was in a sustainable relationship.
But if she was a whore before that,
it don't matter. He wifed the whore.
Okay,
that's not our fault. He
wifed. All right. Before first things 1st, let's do the math, right? Said woman is a whore before he wipes her.
Yes.
Is a whore while he wipes her. Is she still a whore after the divorce?
She's a whore, but she's not a whore for us.
No, she's a whore after the divorce.
What if she was a
whore?
I
just want to deal with black and white concrete facts.
Listen, she's a whore. We understand
homie's a tough line because people call a lot of
people. A lot of people. So what is the homie relationship?
Now you gotta define the homie.
What's the tier? What's the tier of the cutoff of the homie relationship where,
like, best friend, pod,
great homie, good homie. Is it a great homie? Is it good? Is it a good?
That's a real question. Is it a great homie or a good homie,
bro?
Or an okay homie?
If I'm gonna put it like this, if you've been to any of his kids' birthday parties,
shit, that's not a lot of people.
It's not a lot of people. If you share any special moment with him, let's say surprise birthday.
No. But like, all right, so what if said whore was a whore for you before?
No.
But if she was whoring with you before
she
met Brody and settled down.
So if she was whoring with you before,
spinning the block. You spinning the block.
If she was whoring with you before,
ultimately splitting the block.
Brody shouldn't have wifed her. If y'all was
so he made his wrong.
He shouldn't have wifed her before, whether you spun the block or not.
We talking about regular whore. You ain't deal with her, but your homie deal with her. Like I said, the homie being a nigga. If you been to his kids' birthday parties,
there ain't a lot of people.
If the said whore invited you to a surprise birthday party for him,
there ain't a lot of people either. But all right.
What if it was a big party?
It don't fucking matter. If she only invited a few niggas and you was one of the few niggas, you can't fuck her.
Co-workers?
Co-worker. No, that's not really.
All right, I guess that.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, co-workers turn into
relationships,
friends.
Yeah.
Co-workers turn into real homies. We was co-workers.
Yeah, that is true.
Homies, so
yeah, that's true.
It's a tough line.
None of your great friends.
Definitely none of your great friends.
But the good ones.
So it's a go or no? We gonna like.
It's not a go. Help. To me, it's not a go. We still got y'all opinion.
It's a go or a no. No, I'm last. My definition. If I was the homie and I was messing with the whore while the homie was messing with her and he decided to wife her, then ultimately I'm not like messing with my homie X, I'm spinning the block. So that kind of cancel out in my math.
Technically, that's my ex first before his.
Yeah.
So when she come back to the streets, it's fair game to you.
She was my ex first.
See, that's a different scenario. We talking about you.
All right,
Okay, so
all right,
without
just his what's the name? If that's a homie, and even though she was a whore and she back,
look, just don't
the
do
street,
it.
I'm
Just
not
don't do it.
Don't do
It's not worth the headache.
It ain't
Just
worth
don't
the
do it.
headache.
Not worth that.
So let me ask you this question though. So if your homie was like this, your good friend. I'm gonna ask y'all good.
Your
friends.
good friend, not the great friend. The good friend.
No, our great friends. Then, if your great friend was dating a chick, right, and it didn't work out for them, and they just was like talking, like you knew them for talking, like yo, I got a number. They went out to eat, but that shit ain't work out, right? After that, y'all always been cool. Y'all started dating, and you trying to decide to take her serious. You ready to take her serious? You ask your good friend, yo, is it cool if I see where this go with Shorty? And he say no. What you gonna do?
They only been out on a date.
They only went on a date or whatever like that. No, you know they was talking, they exchanged news, probably never fucked, but went out on a date, but that shit just died off.
I ain't gonna lie, you gonna have to get over that.
Yeah, you gotta get over that, bro.
So even with the no, you still,
I gave you a courtesy.
Yeah, the no is just the accent is just the courtesy.
Nah, you got.
I'm not even asking.
I'm just saying if you did ask though.
Oh,
if you
yeah,
did
yeah.
ask.
No, I would ask.
You would ask?
But it's a courtesy.
I wouldn't ask. I would tell.
So what you asking for? If
I would tell him. Yeah,
you
that's
really
what I
asking
said. What
for,
you
though?
asking for? If you gonna tell him?
If it's
Like,
what's
It's
up,
my
it's just-
roundabout way of letting you know. Listen, like I'm taking Shorty out, but
So you're not asking,
I'm
you just telling them like
You
I'm
basically-
dealing with
yeah,
them.
but I just don't want to be authoritative and be like, yo, I'm taking her out. Like
see, that's me. I'm letting you know.
yeah, I'm just letting you know, like yo,
Yeah.
is it cool with you? I would feel better if it's
Or
cool
you'd be
with
like,
you.
how you feel if I took her?
Maybe that's a
I
better
ain't
way of
asked
putting
that. I
it.
ain't asked that.
Maybe that's
like, yo,
maybe
you
that's
know,
a better way of putting it. But
You know, little buddy, she trying to slide with me tonight.
How you feel that me and Shorty about to go to Lobster? Like you already you telling them.
they get the cheddar biscuits.
You telling them like this is you still being firm. Like I'm taking her out. I just want to know how you feel about it.
I'm just telling him. I'm not even asking. I'm just like, yo, you know I've been talking to Shorty. How am I supposed to know that?
Yeah, you know I'm fucking with such and such.
I ain't tell you.
I ain't tell you that. Yeah. That's how I'm gonna say it.
I
Like,
ain't tell you.
I ain't tell you that. I thought you knew.
Yeah, I'm fucking with her. Yeah, for a minute. Now.
That's
She
definitely
ain't tell you.
She ain't running. Yo, that's wild. Y'all wild, man.
He said, "I'ma ask, but I don't care if you."
It's a courtesy.
It's just a courtesy
No
ask.
point to ask.
But definitely, make sure y'all hit the dip line. We gonna drop it in the thing and send us some more scenarios. It's a go or it's a no.
So no.
That's another.
It's a no.
That's another segment we could do. It's a go.
Go
or
It's a no.
And let us know how y'all feel about that, man. 781.
Anyway, that's episode 75 of the DIPP, the Dads in Progress podcast.
And remember, as long as you're in progress, you're not felon.
It's the dip. We out.
We out.